Cloud. Welcome. This is our yoga class for a Monday morning. Nice to see you here. Bring your awareness into your bodies. Find your mountain pose. Do a little rebounding and breathe deeply and gently, finding that expansion and length as you inhale. And relaxing a little bit as you exhale, yet keeping that tone in your lower abdomen. Breathe. Let's do some moving mountains. As you're ready, with an inhale, shift your weight forward and stretch those arms up overhead, reaching through the crown of your head and the fingertips. And as you exhale, settle back down into your heels. Bring the weight back into your heels. And if it feels good to lift and wiggle those toes, allow that a little bit. Inhale, shifting the weight forward, stretch up, reach up. Feel that stretch and your whole spine reaching through the crown of your head. And exhale, sink back down to mountain. And you can shift back and wiggle those toes if that feels good for you. One more time like that. Inhale, stretch up, reach up. And exhale, settle back down. Good, shake it out a little bit. Shake out each limb if that feels good. Do some shoulder rolls. I wish I could hear your conversation, Sandy and Ken. I wonder what's going on with you. Okay, looks like, great. All right, so let's do some more movement. How about our fierce pose, chair pose, big movement? So with an inhale, stretch up. You might want to have a little wider stance. As you exhale, coming down through that fierce pose, let those knees go out in the direction of the toes, a little externally rotated, and release down. Inhale, long spine lifts up again. Feel all those muscles in your body working here. And exhale, return to mountain. Good. Inhale, stretch up, reach up through the crown of your head. Try it without looking up here, reaching through the crown of your head, lengthening the back of the neck, and then coming down through that fierce pose, chair pose. Release any amount. And inhale, long spine lifts, supported by the breath. Don't roll up. Try not to roll up. Let's shake it out a little bit here. Shake out all those limbs. And let's come on to the floor and do some more loosening up of the back on the floor, okay? So on your back, on the floor, snuggle around, get nice and long in the spine. Relax those shoulders. Release. You may want to bring your hands to the neck and shoulder area and give yourself a little healing energy from your hands into that area. Any amount. You can gently nod side to side if that feels good. Do something that feels good, loosening up that neck, shoulder area, any amount. Keep breathing. Oh, it feels so good when I bring my fingers to that occipital ridge and just give it a little extra healing energy from the hands. How does that feel? Keep breathing. And as you're ready, relax those arms out. If it feels good for you, this is nice to have your external rotation of the arms with the palms facing the ceiling. And as you're ready, with an inhale, bring the feet up off the floor. And as you exhale, draw those knees towards the chest or the shoulders, whatever feels best for you. Inhale, feel how that affects the lower back as you bring the knees above the hips. Exhale, draw those knees towards the body, any amount. Keep breathing. Inhale, exhale. And you can change up the motion. You can get a little circular action going with those knees, side to side action. Do what feels good for you here. You can move into a happy baby. Just breathe, move in ways that feel good for you in this moment. Side to side is great. Just go easy, slow, keep breathing. Notice what's stretching as you move. Notice what's not stretching, any amount. Bring those feet up. And now as you're ready, you can take the feet and put them on the floor again. Walk them apart as far as the mat is wide and do a little windshield wiper. So the knees are going to go one way. If it feels good, let the head turn the other way. Keep breathing. Go slow. Notice how you feel. It's nice to coordinate with the breath, inhaling the knees up to center. There may be a slight pause, and then exhale the knees over to the side. And there again, there might be a pause. Notice that. Inhale, exhale. What's stretching? What feels good? And move in ways that feel good in your body, avoiding anything that hurts. Relax those shoulders out. Let the neck be free. And as you're ready, bring those feet about hip width apart again. Snuggle around, get comfortable, and let's do a few half bridges. So let's do the half bridge where we're bringing those hands into a prayer pose and relaxing them as you lift your hips up and then stretching them up towards the ceiling as you lower your hips. So here we go. As you inhale, the hips are going to lift up using those gluteals. Feel those gluteals work. Relax the shoulders and arms. And as you exhale, release the gluteals, allowing the hips to float back to the floor and stretch those arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, relax the arms and shoulders and lift the hips up towards the ceiling using those gluteals. And as you exhale, draw the arms away gently and release the hips back to the floor. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, relaxing those shoulders and arms. The hips lift, squeeze those gluteals. And as you exhale, release those gluteals, relax them down to the floor and reach the arms away from the body. Now go ahead and let your arms relax alongside your body. Keep breathing. Let's do a little more half bridges, this time with our asymmetrical move. So as you inhale, gently float the arms up. Stop the left arm, reaching up towards the ceiling, and bring that right arm up overhead. How does this feel? Very different than what we just did. And as you exhale, begin to move that right arm, pick up the left, and release back down to the floor. Let's go ahead and do the other side. Inhale, floating those arms up, floating the hips up, stopping the right arm, reaching up towards the ceiling, letting that left arm come up overhead. Feel this pose. And as you exhale, float everything back down to the floor. Let's do that once again on each side. Inhale, floating up. Left arm stops, reaching up towards the ceiling. Right arm goes up towards above your head. Feel what's moving and what's working here. And as you exhale, release and float everything back down to the floor. Inhale, floating up, stopping the right arm, reaching up towards the ceiling. Lift that left arm up overhead. Feel this asymmetrical pose. And exhale, release. The left arm begins to move, picks up the right, and everything floats back down together. Let's do one more time on each side. Inhaling, floating those arms up, floating the hips up. Reach that left arm up towards the ceiling, and the right arm goes up overhead. Feel this pose. And exhale, release, floating everything back down onto the floor. One more side here. Inhale, floating those arms up, stopping the right arm, reaching up towards the ceiling. Left arm goes up overhead. Feel this pose. And exhale, floating everything back down onto the floor. Good. Open up those palms towards the ceiling and walk the arms out a little bit. Make sure those shoulders stay low away from the ears and bring the soles of your feet together for a little Baddha Konasana. How does this feel? Keep breathing. Rocking side to side. Massages those gluteals a little bit. Do that. Rock a little bit side to side with your soles of your feet connected. Keep breathing. What?
I stick my fists on my SI joint.
Ray's got his fists digging into his SI joint. Maybe that would feel good for you. You can play with this a little bit. Do whatever feels good. And then release. And let's stretch those legs out. Bring the arms up overhead and do a pencil stretch. As you inhale, stretch from the core, out the fingertips and out the toes. And as you exhale, soften, let the limbs flop out. Inhale, point and stretch. Exhale, soften and flop. One more time. Inhale, stretch. And exhale, release, flop out. Go ahead and bend your knees. Bring your arms to wherever they're most comfortable. Roll over onto your side. And let's go ahead and get a padding for under the knees for a little bit of our tabletop to child's pose. So padding under the knees is highly recommended here. Let those knees be comfortable on your padding and come into your tabletop. Tabletop with the hips under the knees and the wrists either directly under your shoulders or a little bit out and forward from your shoulders. Let's do our sunbird, gently sliding forward. You may want to look up and smile here. And as you exhale, bring those elbows down, hips lower back, and release the neck into a child's pose. Inhale, forward sunbird. Exhale, child's pose. So feel that folding back at the hips. Your knees are bending, your hips are folding back. And release that neck. Let's do one more and we'll stay in child's pose as long as it feels good for you for 3 to 5 breaths. As you exhale, move into child's pose. You can widen those knees out, bring something to rest your forehead on, and relax here for 3 to 5 breaths.
Come to your side if you want.
As you're ready, return to tabletop. Bring those knees under your hips and release the wrists. So come on up to standing on your knees. Rotate those wrists a little bit. Roll your shoulders. Melt that fuzz that developed overnight. Keep breathing. Bring your hands back and squeeze that midline. Lean back just slightly, squeezing that midline. Feel the quadriceps working and that squeeze in the midline as you lift your heart any amount, keeping that inner corset working, and release. Shake it out a little bit. Now let's do our opposite limb forward, opening up one side as we're accustomed to. So here we go. Inhale, stretch up, reach up. There might be a slight lean back if that feels good. And as you exhale, bring the left arm forward. Curl that right arm to your sacrum. And you can open up as you fold forward into this pranam or forward fold towards the right with your face. Now, as you inhale, stretch up, reach up. And as you exhale, bring that right arm forward, left arm curls around to the sacrum, opening up towards the left, any amount. Let's do that twice more on each side. Inhale, Stretch up, reach up. Maybe you'll lean back if that feels good. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm curling to the sacrum, opening up towards the right. Any amount if that feels good. Inhale, stretch up, reach up. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm curling to the sacrum, opening up towards the left. One more time on each side. Inhale, stretch up, reach up, maybe lean back if that feels good for you. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm curling around to the sacrum, opening up towards the right. Inhale, stretch up, reach up. And exhale, right arm forward, left arm curling to the sacrum, opening up towards the left. Inhale, stretch up, reach up. Let's gather some good energy into our heart here as you exhale and bring that energy into your heart. Let's inhale, stretch up, reach up, and do that again, crossing the hands the other way. As you exhale, gather that healing energy into your heart and look down into your heart. Let's inhale, stretch up, reach up, and now we're going to come into a puppy pose. As you exhale, folding forward, arms stretch forward, spine stretches back. You can keep your hips up this time and feel the stretch in your spine for about 3 breaths. As you finish those breaths, slide those hands back, come into a tabletop.
That felt good.
Inhale, gently forward, tucking the toes this time. Exhale, down face dog. Let's do that a couple more times. As you inhale, bring the knees down. Gently slide forward. And as you exhale, the toes tuck, lifting into down face dog. One more time. Inhale forward. And exhale, down face dog. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Find that good down face dog. That feels good for you. Let the knees be bent and the heels lifted off the floor. See if you can find a slight external rotation here, even in down face dog. So notice this. You don't have to have those legs straight and the heels coming towards the floor. You can have those knees bent and the heels lifted off the floor. And that slight external rotation in those hips, knees, and toes. Notice how that feels. Keep breathing. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, soften a little bit. And let's go ahead and step forward or do whatever is best for you for coming up to standing. So come on up to standing. You can stretch up for a moment and move that surface you've been using for your knees out of the way. Shake it out a little bit. Roll your shoulders. Don't you feel better already after what we just did?
Definitely.
A little bit, all right? Keep breathing. Shake it out. Shake it out. Get that athletic stance and shake a little bit. So shaking is moving, is shifting the weight really rapidly. I know it feels different. It feels weird when you start, but it feels pretty good as you get into it. Just shake a little bit more and then settle into your mountain pose. So 2 things to remember. You want the pretty much equal bendiness at your hips and knees, right? When you're doing these things. So that means you may be leaning forward a little bit as you squat, right? Just notice that. Let's do some balance poses now. So our dynamic balance poses. I'm up for that today. I hope you are too. Now that we're stretched out a little bit, let's find that mountain pose. Keep breathing. Let those shoulders sink. Find your alignment and your inner corset at work. Breathe, knees soft. With an inhale, just shift your weight to the right side. You're emptying everything from that left side. Exhale, ground into that right foot. And then just begin to swing the left foot on the arms, any amount. You can start really small. Let the knee be soft so it's bending. Keep breathing. You can get bigger. Keep breathing. You're really well balanced, so you can move as you stand on one foot. Good. And slow it down. Return to mountain. Notice how you feel. Close your eyes just briefly. Notice how you feel on your left side compared to your right. And then as you're ready, with an inhale, shift over to the right side. You've emptied the left, or to the left, I'm sorry, you'd emptied the right. And notice how you feel here. As you're ready, begin to swing that right leg. Your inner corset is working to help keep you long and upright. Good. And as you're ready, slow it down and return to mountain. Notice how you feel. A little more even, perhaps. Keep breathing. Maintain your inner corset. Get that neck in alignment, shoulders relaxed as they can be. Now let's do our lateral balance pose, okay? So find that mountain pose. Remember, slight external rotation from the hips, knees, and toes. Any amount. Okay, let's, with an inhale, shift to the right, emptying that left leg. Exhale, ground. Now we're going to inhale, the foot comes out, any amount, and you can tap. As you exhale, cross in front, inhale out, it's okay to tap those toes. Exhale, cross and back, inhale out, exhale, cross in front, inhale out, exhale, cross and back. 2 more times, inhale out, exhale, cross in front, inhale out, exhale, cross and back. 1 more time, inhale out, exhale, cross in front, inhale out, exhale, cross and back, inhale out, and exhale, return to mountain. How do you feel? Breathing deeply and gently, notice, compare the 2 sides. And then as you're ready, with an inhale, shift to the left. Exhale, ground, keeping those knees a little bendy and the hips a little bendy. Inhale, right foot out, any amount. Exhale, cross in front. Inhale out. Exhale, cross and back. Keep breathing. Keep moving. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more set. Inhale out. Exhale, cross in front. Inhale out. Exhale, cross and back. Inhale out. And I think that was 4. Return to mountain. Notice how you feel. Keep breathing. Do a little bit more rebounding. Letting that whole body shake a little bit. Now let's widen the stance. Let's do our forward folds here. So for this one, if you like a block, get a block. Blocks are really helpful. Let's go ahead and I'll illustrate with a block. So nice wide stance, set that block in between your feet and a little bit forward from your feet. So it's easy to touch it with your hand and easy to move it over. So let's do the left side first. So we're going to be taking that left arm and gently moving slowly towards the right, incrementally moving. As you inhale, bring those arms up. As you exhale, this first time, the right hand comes to the back and the left hand just touches that block or the floor in front of you. Inhale up. Exhale. This time you're going to take that left hand and gently move that block a few inches towards the right foot. Inhale up. Moving at your own pace with your breath. Exhale, fold, and move the block a little bit more towards the right foot. Inhale up. Exhale, fold, and move that block again. This time you can move it in front of that right foot. Inhale back up. And exhale. Now you're going to stay here with that left hand in front of the right foot. And notice how you feel. Keep the knees soft. As you inhale, maybe those knees will straighten up a little bit as you feel the length and strength in this pose, reaching through the crown of the head. As you exhale, soften a little bit. Let the knees bend a little bit. Let the elbow bend. Notice what can soften as you exhale. Inhale, feel the length and strength. Exhale, soften. Now on your next inhale, take that right arm. Release it up towards the ceiling, turning the whole torso in that direction. And as you exhale, the right arm comes to the back again, looking in front of that right foot. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, return. One more time. Inhale, turn and stretch. And exhale, return. This time we can bring that block to center again and release both arms down, release your neck. Keep breathing. This is one thing you can do here. If it feels fun for you, rest your head on your block. Breathe. If that doesn't feel fun, that's okay. It doesn't matter. Now let's come on up with an inhale. Long spine lifts, supported by the breath with that inhale. Exhale, release the arms down. Notice how you feel. We've stretched one side so far. Let's do the other side now. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold. Left hand comes to the back. Right hand just touches that block for this first time. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. This time moving that block a few inches towards the left foot. Inhale up. And exhale, fold, pushing the block a few more inches towards that left foot. Inhale up. And exhale, fold again. This time pushing the block in front of that left foot. Inhale up once again. And exhale, fold. This time we'll stay here. Notice how you feel. Keep those knees soft. And as you inhale, they might straighten up a little bit as you reach through the crown of your head. Feel the length and strength in this pose. And as you exhale, feel the knees soften, the elbows soften. Everything softens a little bit on that exhale. Inhale, feel like you're pressing into your feet. You're reaching through the crown of your head. And exhale, soften a little bit. One more time. Let's inhale, feel this pose. And exhale, soften. Now with your inhale, unwind that left arm, turning the whole torso, keeping the knees soft. Ooh, I got a nice adjustment on that one. And as you exhale, return to looking at the in front of the left foot. Inhale, turn, stretch. Exhale, return. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And bring that block in front of you. Release your arms down and let those knees bend. Release here a little bit. Come into a wide-legged squat here. If it feels good for you, notice that stretch in a wide-legged squat. And then let those knees straighten a little bit. And with an inhale, lift that long spine, supported with the breath. And exhale, release down. Let's heel toe. the feet back to mountain and shake it out a little bit. Roll those shoulders. Keep breathing. Let's do a warrior series, a warrior one series. Now this includes a couple of balance poses. So just enjoy it. I hope you enjoy this. I know it's maybe not your favorite, but that's okay. It's good for you. So come into the front of your mat. Find your mountain pose. Maintain that slight external rotation, hips, knees, toes, any amount. Let the shoulders sink away from the ears. Breathe. We're going to start with a fierce pose. As you inhale, stretch up, reach up. And as you exhale, sink into fierce pose, reaching back through those hips. Come into this nice pose. With an inhale, shift to the right and step back with the left. Keep breathing. Inhale, here we are in warrior one. Exhale, soften a little bit. Inhale. And this time as you exhale, let that right knee gently straighten and the arms relax down. Now we're going to coordinate the right knee and the left arm. Inhale into this asymmetrical warrior one pose. And as you exhale, soften back. So doing these smooth movements is really good for the nervous system. Let's do it again. Inhale into this asymmetrical warrior one. Feel this pose. And as you exhale, soften back. Now this time we're going to stay in the pose and get ready to move that left foot and the right arm forward. As you inhale, come into this asymmetrical warrior one. As you exhale, soften and prepare to move the left foot and the right arm forward. As you inhale, peel that left heel off the floor, bring it forward, and you can just tap the toe if that feels good, or lift it forward, either knee or foot extended. Keep breathing. Maybe you'll stay here for a breath or two or three. And then as you're ready, switch those arms again as the foot comes back. And return to this asymmetrical warrior one. Inhale here. And exhale, soften back to our starting relaxed place. Now let's go ahead and parallel the arms into warrior one here. And exhale, soften. Prepare to move into any form of warrior three. As you inhale, peel that left heel off the floor. You can just come into here. Have the toes on the floor if that feels good and stretch there for 3 breaths or fold into warrior three. Keep breathing. Do your best to stay for a breath or 2 or 3. And as you're ready, bring that foot back down. Inhale in warrior one and exhale, soften back to our starting place. Now we're going to do one more warrior one. Inhale, warrior or hero one. Exhale, soften, prepare to step forward into fierce pose. As you inhale, take that step. Exhale, sink into fierce pose. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, release. Back to mountain. Notice how you feel. Keep breathing. Let's do the other side. Inhale, stretch up, reach up. Exhale, sink into fierce pose, reaching back through those hips. Keep the spine nice and long. Keep breathing, shifting to the left. Step back with the right. Keep breathing. Inhale, feel this warrior one. Feel those gluteals work, especially on that right side. And as you exhale, soften back to where we start. Now coordinating the left knee and the right arm. Inhale. Smoothly moving into this asymmetrical warrior one. And as you exhale, smoothly moving back to our starting place. Let's do that again. Inhale. And one more time, sliding back. Notice what muscles you feel, you notice. Inhale one more time. This time we're going to stay here and exhale, soften, prepare to bring the right foot and the left arm forward. As you inhale, peel that right heel off the floor. Keep breathing, bring the foot forward. You can have your toe on the floor if you want. You can bring that knee up. You can extend the foot. Keep breathing. And as you're ready, the arms switch again as that foot comes back. Inhaling in this asymmetrical warrior one. Exhale, soften back to our starting place. Notice how that all coordinates together. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, soften. Prepare to move into warrior three. As you inhale, peeling that right heel off the floor. You can lift the foot or keep the toes on the floor and stretch. Breathe. Feel that length in your spine, and as you're ready, bring the foot down again. Inhale in warrior one, and exhale, soften back to our starting place. One more time, inhale, warrior one. Exhale, soften, prepare to step forward into fierce pose now. As you inhale, take that step. As you exhale, sink into fierce pose, reaching back through those hips, feel the stretch. And as you inhale, stretch up, and exhale, return to mountain. Good job, roll those shoulders. Maybe it's time for a sip of water. It is for me. That's a lot of balance poses, and I know you guys did really well, even though I can't exactly see you. But now let's do another balance pose. Another balance pose. Are you ready for a tree pose now? So any form of tree pose. And for this tree pose, remember to keep everything nice and tall. Slight external rotation in the toes. Good. If you're just resting yourself gently against the wall, that's perfect. With an inhale, let's go ahead and shift to the right side. Exhale, ground into that right foot. And then as you're ready, left foot lifts. Turn from the root of the leg out and find a place on your standing leg. You want to press that foot into a little bit. Good. Please avoid your knee, either above or below the knee. Keep breathing. And with your arms, you can play. Do something that feels fun or interesting. Just something that feels good for you with those arms. You can just keep them at prayer center if that feels best. You can open them up, open the palms. You can bring them above your head. You can fly. Keep breathing. And as you're ready, return to mountain. Notice how you feel. Breathing in and out deeply and gently. Find that mountain again. Keep breathing. Let those shoulders sink away from the ears. Bring that neck into alignment. Keep the knees soft. And with an inhale, shift to the left. Exhale, ground. Maybe you'll sink a little bit. Bendy at the hips and the knees. And as you're ready, that right foot lifts. Whole leg turns out from the root of the leg. And bring that foot to wherever you want to rest it today. It's always good to vary it a little bit. Please avoid your knee. Don't want to put any pressure on that knee. Keep breathing. And play with those arms. Keep breathing. And as you're ready, return to mountain. Notice how you feel. Keep breathing. Roll those shoulders. Shake it out a little bit. On Saturday, we did just a tiny bit of Qigong. And would you like to do that today? Just a really tiny bit of, that looks great, Ken. Wow, it looks beautiful. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, we need some video of you. That looks really good. Okay, so this Qigong, let's do it. So start with your feet together. Notice how you feel. This is a different kind of mountain pose. You can feel parts of your body touching, perhaps. Breathe. So in Qigong, we empty one side. Instead of saying we shift one side, we're going to empty the left side. So as you're ready, just empty that left side, shifting to the right, and then step out with that left foot into a more typical mountain with your feet about shoulder width apart. And notice how you feel. Now, this is just simple, like as if you're floating up and down through a very thick atmosphere, maybe like warm water. So gently float those arms up to here and then down, as if you're moving through warm water. Float up. We'll do this 3 times. Up and down. Can you feel a little bit of pressure against your skin? Just see if you can imagine that lifting through that thick atmosphere and pressing down gently. Now we're going to do it again, lifting up, and this time we're going to open up. Open up, feel that openness, and you're still moving through thick atmosphere. And then together and down, you're moving through warm water or maybe even honey. Bringing those arms up and out. Feel that stretch. And then moving through that thick atmosphere, returning. Let's do that one more time. Lifting up, opening wide, any amount, and then return. Good. And just notice how you feel after those subtle motions. And we're going to do just one more movement here. And this time, what we're going to do is we're going to be shifting our weight and opening up as we paint a rainbow. Okay? So starting here in our nice soft hips and knees mountain, inhale, arms lift, and you have paints on your head. So those paints, so let's open up towards the right. So you're shifting on your heel and turning towards the right. The whole body turns towards the right. And then return to center. The foot comes back to center. Now let's do the other side. Shifting to the right, shifting to the right, emptying that left partially, opening up towards the left, and then return. So you'll be kind of opposite from me. And just play with that a couple more times. You're shifting the weight, you're pivoting on that heel, opening the whole body up towards the side as you paint a rainbow on that side. One more time on each side, painting that rainbow, and then return to center and paint that rainbow on the other side and return to center. Now let's just dabble in that paint and make a Jackson Pollock painting. Just throw that paint around any amount. If it feels good, throw it out. Get that paint out of there. Keep breathing, shake it out. You can paint a big heart. A giant heart. Here's my heart for you. Big giant heart. Good. One more. Doing that squat as you're painting the heart. And shake it out. Release. Okay, that's just a bare minimal play in Qigong movements. Okay, so now let's come back down onto the floor and we're going to do a little bit of a twist. I think you guys like twists. We'll do a twist. Great. Okay. So instead of winding our legs up in our regular twist, let's start by using your strap if you want. So get a strap and you can use bigger movements with the legs, as long as that feels good. So using a strap, come down onto your back, stretch out, get nice and long in the spine. Maybe you'll do a star stretch or a pencil stretch briefly. And then you can take your legs and have them either extended or the knees bent. And Ray's starting with his right foot, so I'll go with Ray, and I'm going to put that strap around my right foot. And any amount, keeping the knee soft, so don't lock that knee. Let the knee bend as it chooses. Bring that right foot out on the right side. Any amount, go easy. Maybe start a little bit at a time. And then you're going to bring that foot up above the midline and across the midline. You may want to change your hands. So now my left hand is holding the strap for my right foot. And then I'm going to bring that foot around over to the other side. Any amount, just move side to side here 3 times. And maybe each time you'll go a little bit more deeply into the pose. So let's move, shifting those hands from one side to the other. And go easy. If you have issues with your lower back, you really want to take it easy here. Don't do too much. Let the knee be bent as needed. And just do what feels good for you, stretching here. Letting that knee bend as needed. Now notice, as you bring the foot across the midline and over to the other side, that hip is going to lift up off the floor and the hips are going to stack one on top of the other. Allow that to happen. Keep breathing. And maybe one more time. So this is the 4th time. Little open twist here. Gentle, please be very gentle with yourself. And now, as you're ready, you can switch sides. So releasing the right foot from the strap, take that left foot, put the strap around the instep, and start by bringing that left leg out towards the left. Any amount. It can be very slight or as deep as is feeling good for you. And then bring it across the midline, over towards the right. Take it easy. Stay in the pose wherever it feels best. If that feels good for you, you can stay in any place where it feels good. Keep breathing. And we did about 4 on the first side, so about 4 on this side. And you can do more if it feels good, or less if it doesn't feel good. Now, if you'd like to do a piriformis stretch, we can do that here. So get nice and even in that spine. Make sure your neck is long and as relaxed as you can get it. Shoulders are even and relaxing. Let's do our piriformis stretch. So take your left leg and bring it just maybe a little bit towards the midline. So the foot walks a little bit towards the midline. Take your right leg and bring the ankle to rest above the left knee. How does this feel? Ask your body, does this feel right for me? If it does, that's great. Now ask your body, do you want to stretch that piriformis on the left side by lifting that left foot up off the floor? Let's see. Yes? Ask your body. If it's yes, then go ahead and bring that right foot up off the floor. And actually, we're stretching that piriformis on the right side here. Did I say left before? You can bring that right arm through the gap created by your legs and gently draw the left knee towards your body. Relax your neck and shoulders down as best you can. This stretch is for, in this case, with your right leg lifted above your left leg, your right side piriformis is getting a stretch. So feel that. Keep breathing. Maintain it for 3 to 5 breaths as long as it feels good. If it doesn't feel right for you, move out of it. Keep breathing. And as you feel complete on this side, you can bring those feet flat to the floor again. Notice how you feel. Keep breathing. And then walk that right foot just gently, slightly towards the midline. Bring the left ankle to rest above the right knee. And settle there for a moment. Notice how you feel. Ask your body again, is this right for me? If it is, and if you're ready, you can bring that right foot up off the floor. Interlace the left hand comes in between the legs. And gently draw that right knee towards the right shoulder. It's never going to make it there because your left foot is in the way. Just any amount. Feel that stretch on the left outer hip, the left piriformis. Keep breathing. Relax that right ankle and foot. Keep breathing. And as you're ready, bring that foot back down onto the floor, both feet flat on the floor. Notice how you feel. It's time to get ready for our Shavasana, and I highly recommend that you find a place where you can put your feet up a chair or up a wall. So we'll have about a minute and a half extra here. You can find yourself in your Viparita Karani, legs up a chair or up a virtual wall or an actual wall, and relax as fully and completely as possible. I'll be quiet for 5 minutes and then we'll come back together and do our Oms, our bumblebee breath. As you're ready now, begin to breathe a little more deeply. Start some movement in your body. Stretch and wiggle those fingers and toes. Rotate your ankles, your wrists. Take as much time as you need coming into a seated posture. Please be sure to bend those knees. Roll over onto your side and use your arms to help yourself up, keeping that neck as relaxed as possible.